So we're starting out today from Grindelwald Grund. This is where the tourist buses park to go up the new V-Bahn, which takes you either to Kleinscheidegg, and then you can go on up to top of Jungfrau, or you can go to Männlichen. And the Bahn to Kleinscheidegg is supposedly the most advanced tri-cable cable car in the world now, and it's very, very fancy. It's definitely worth a trip up, even if you just go to Kleinscheidegg. On the right here is the Kleinscheidegg train station. You can also take the train up. The train up takes about 45 minutes. The gondola ride takes about 15 minutes. There's a little rooftop restaurant on the right there. It's with spectacular views and very basic food, good prices. Coming up here on the left is a hostel, but a very fancy hostel. And it's very convenient because it's right at the base of the terminal. That would be on the left, the brown building there. That's the turnoff to the terminal, which is right there. So when you are, if you come in on the train, you'll come to a train stop that says Grindelwald Terminal. Do not get off there if you're going to the town, because the town is the next stop, and the trains only come every half an hour, and it's quite a ways uphill to get to town. These are private chalets in here. Right at the top of the street is really the only garage that does car repairs. It's right there. That's the garage on the left. And we'll go in the roundabout. And now we're looking towards, off to the right, the mountain is the Eiger, which is the top of it is in the cloud. The one next to that, to the left, is the Mettenberg, and then the one on the end is the Wetterhorn. These chalets here on the right are fairly new. Giwa rent for sale. They're also for rent. They're probably some of the more expensive chalets that we have here in Grindelwald for sale at the moment. And since COVID, we have been exceptionally busy, and property prices have gone up also considerably. I think 20 to 30% since COVID. Even though we had a lot of tourists overseas tourists that did not come during the COVID scare, we had a lot of Swiss that did. So we actually had our busiest summer and winter as soon as they stopped the lockdowns here. We have had days where the top of Europe has been completely booked out, and where we have had absolutely no parking places in Grindelwald. Now with the new V-Bahn, we have 1,000 new indoor garage parking places, so that's good. This is the Hotel Belvedere on the left. The first hotel, it's the one right next to the train station, the biggest hotel next to the train station. So the train station is right to our left here. And this, I'm sorry, no, the Hotel Belvedere is here on the left. So that would be where the train takes you up to this point here. The Hotel Regina, which you'll see on the right here, has been closed for a few years. We're hoping that they're going to renovate it and reopen it. So this right to the left is the train station. This is where you would get off the train and either get on the bus or walk to your hotel. So this is the main part of town. The circular building in front here, that is the new shopping center. Our biggest grocery store is in there, pharmacy, and a couple other little shops in there. And then we're coming to Main Street, which is the new Main Street, we shall say, although it's most of the buildings are 100 to 50 to 100 years old. So this is the main walking street. This is where you find most of your shops, and also we've got a little miniature golf course coming up here on the right, which is kind of a fun activity to do in the afternoon. The sports center is also connected to the, this is the mini golf on the right. The sports center right across from the shopping center also has a lot of activities, especially for when it's rainy. Off to the right is a nice little restaurant, C&M, right there, with an outdoor deck. A lot of places have outdoor decks. This is the Sun Star. It's one of the larger hotels on the right, and it's directly across from the First Gondola. The First Gondola entrance is directly on the left, and then the next building, the wooden building that you see there, is Hotel Steinbach, also Salvi's restaurant, which we consider to be the best restaurant in town. There's finer, more expensive food, but he has exceptionally good food, especially pizzas, Italian food. He's Italian, and he makes the best liver. If you like liver and onions, you need to get it there. And there will be soon right there also a takeaway, also associated with his restaurant, so you can get takeaway pizza. Off to the right is Uncle Tom's Cabin. It's also a pizzeria, but they don't allow you to take away the pizza, so if you don't eat it all, you can't take it away, which is kind of not what I do. This is, off to the right is the priest of the church. It's his house, and then the church community center, and then the church. The church is worthwhile having a look at, especially the graveyard in the back. It's very interesting. It's full of local climbers that unfortunately didn't make it. And then the building we just passed on the right, that is the Grindelwald Museum, great for a rainy day. And it used to be the old schoolhouse. Most of these chalets here are private chalets. There are a few larger hotels up in this area. When you reach the end of this road is the Wetterhorn Hotel, and then past that, you can't drive a private car unless you have a local permit to do that. But the bus does go up there. It goes up to Großscheidegg. This place on the right, it's Alpenblick, and it's the only place in town, I believe, that has a pool table in their bar, which is kind of nice. And then it's also a very, very reasonably priced place. So that's about it for the village today. Hopefully we see you up here this summer. Enjoy your journey up here.